What's going on, everybody? This is Maximilian. I'm finally back in the States after a long hiatus of sorts. Not really a hiatus, more like an adventure in Hong Kong. I'm back home, safe and sound, and everything is just peachy. Back to, I guess, the old daily grind. Back to having normal food again, at least normal for my taste anyway. Back to having dairy and Mexican and people driving on the proper side of the road again. Sorry, people in the UK, the right-hand side is called the right side for the reason. Sorry. Anywho, figured I'd just mention that. So, I would imagine that by the time this is up, it's probably going to be Wednesday because I just realized that I don't have the super awesome industrial-grade internet that I was used to back at the university anymore. So, uploading these videos is going to take a little bit longer, to say the least. So, you'll probably be watching it the day after I make them, so I'm gonna try and prepare for that, at least now that I'm going into the working week. So if I'm gonna try to bring you guys at least a video once a day or so during the work week, I guess Monday to Friday, I'll probably end up recording them the day before and then uploading them during the day, so that way you guys actually get them at a time that's decent for you, and at the same time that way you don't have to wait a whole other day to actually get the content that I'm uploading. Because this does take a lot of time to upload when you're on a really crappy DSL connection. Especially since I've been used to uploading videos in about 10 minutes, even though they're about a gigabyte a piece. Because when you're on a 100 megabit bandwidth, it doesn't matter what you're throwing up on the internet. It's getting there quickly. However, life is not so good when it comes to internet back here in the States. Internet here sucks. So I'm going to be taking my time uploading those. I may just upload them while I'm at work, just like something to do. I just might as well leave my computer running while I'm working. Shouldn't be much of a problem, I don't think. I could leave my computer on all night long too, but these do also take time to render. Like, even though they're only 12-minute videos, they still take a good hour or so for each to render because rendering is a slow and tedious process. So I think I'll just probably upload them during the day at work. So I apologize. Technically, you went through 2 days of me promising you a video without actually getting one. I'm sorry. I'm going to work to correct that schedule. But I want you guys to let me know. Leave a comment in the box. I don't know why I keep calling it the box. Leave a comment letting me know what kind of schedule you would like me to see. Because I would like to at least put out some content that I know at least all of you will get a chance to see. And I feel like if I do this too quickly, then I'll be like spamming your subscription boxes, and that way you won't actually you won't get a chance to see everything, or you'll miss something because you'll get overwritten by something else. Or maybe because I don't want to upload them too slow either. Because at the same time, like, what's the point of like having subscribers who want to watch regular content if I don't put out regular content? So I want to try and find a good steady pace. I'm going to try every day, at least during the work week, so 5 days a week, but I'm wondering if that might be a little too much because I'd also like to have at least some decent amount of views accumulate on a video because if I upload them too quickly, obviously people don't get to view them nearly as much because they may miss it on a sub box or some issue like that. So let me know what you guys would prefer. If you guys are okay with a video every other day, I'd be more than happy to wait for a day or so, because I'm cool with taking breaks. I'm always up for being lazy. But if you guys would like a video every day, let me know, and I will try and stick to that schedule as much as possible. If it sounds like I'm not in my usual uppity mood that I normally was in Hong Kong, it's because it's late at night. Well, it's not really late, but at least according to my mental clock it is. Because now that I'm on the workforce grind sleep schedule, so to speak, it's only 10 o'clock right now, but right now I feel like I've been up till like 4 in the morning. It's just exhausting. So I'm going to be going to bed as soon as I'm done with this because I have to get up at 7 a.m. tomorrow to go to work. But such is life. I'm slowly transitioning into the real world, and it feels very different. Don't get me wrong, it's not like it's a bad thing. Like, this is actually quite an enjoyable experience. It's something different, something I'm not used to. And I'm eager to kind of experience it more, get a feel for what life is going to be like once I graduate from college and I actually have responsibilities. Yeah. Enjoy your time when you're in school, kids, because that really is the best part of life. College is so much fun. But it goes by really quickly, too. And then once you get into real world and you only get like 10 paid vacation days a year, man, life can get really slow. So I'm kind of prepping for that, although technically speaking, a 10-week summer internship really isn't that long in retrospect, and I do get to go back to it, but at least now I get a sense for what life is going to be like when I actually do get older. So this is definitely something very new. But I'm learning a lot. I'm having a great time doing it. My work environment's great. I love the people that work there. So it's a great job. At least I'm happy I didn't end up at like some place where everything is really awkward, nobody talks to anybody, and like you just don't know what the heck you're doing there. But you're sitting there from 8 to 5 every day, just hoping that you can look decently productive so that nobody gets mad at you. So yeah, I should consider myself fortunate. Anywho, I wanted to address a couple of things about this gameplay. First off, I didn't really do much in this episode, and that's because, number one, coming back from Hong Kong, I needed to figure out what exactly I was doing because I kind of lost my mental train of thought, so to speak. And about halfway in, I realized, whoa, I'm not supposed to be here right now. Especially judging by the level of the Pokemon that the pre-gym leader trainers have, like, I guess you call them like the grunts or the subordinates, the underlings, whatever. Their Pokemon are a little good, and the rocks in the middle kind of gave it away. I have to have strength if I ever want to go anywhere, so that was a big red light, on top of all of the other things that I probably wasn't supposed to be here. And then it hit me, duh, I forgot to go to the lighthouse. So I apologize. I took this walkthrough to Cianwood for really no good reason. So I apologize. But on the bright side, we did find a couple of random items if you do rock smash on all the random stones that are scattered about the island. And my god, that is the scariest looking thing I've ever seen. Like, Machoke has looked weird in the earlier games, but this is just creepy. I don't know about you, but that would freak me out as a kid. That looks like it's about to... I don't know what it looks like it's about to do, but it is scary. That's just wrong. I don't know, that doesn't belong in a kid's game, at least in my opinion. That's way too freaky. So, enough of that. Get out of Cianwood and go back to Olivine. The lighthouse is in the southeastern corner of the city, and it took me a while to find it because I haven't played the game in a while, so obviously I forget where things are. And I have actually just wasn't really sure what to do at this point, because like halfway through the episode I kind of figured out, oh crap, I'm not in the right place now. What do I do? And I just kind of flustered about flailing, looking for something to do that looked like it was somewhat on track, so to speak. So I basically spent an entire episode doing nothing but wandering around, but seeing as how I had to record this, and we don't want to have any gaps in the gameplay, I gotta put it up for you, so hopefully you can tolerate one slightly subpar episode from me. I apologize. Next time I promise to be more productive and do things right. I promise. And I know I promised I was going to put a video up on Tuesday, even though I technically am recording this on a Tuesday. It'll probably be up on a Wednesday, so I'm also sorry for that too. But yeah, that's enough apologizing for me. You don't need to hear me talking about how much of a pariah I am right now for you guys. So, I am going to, I think what I'm going to do next episode is I'm going to go find a Mareep, because I think you can get them at least somewhere around Olivine. Because Mareeps are, well, the Mareeps aren't awesome themselves, but they do evolve into Ampharos eventually, which is awesome. So we've got to get a Mareep eventually. That and electric-type Pokemon are quite nice in this game. It just seems like our party is lacking something. It's lacking that spark, so to speak. And I really just want to get Sudowoodo out of there, because, like, I mean, it's okay and all, but it's really driving me crazy. The more I hold on to it, and the more it occupies my party, the more I think about how much better that spot in that party could be utilized. I just think about, man, the Ampharos, or the Gyarados, or the Dragonite that could be sitting there, but no. I've got a giant rock that looks somewhat like a tree sitting there, doing really nothing. Like, it's basically mediocre, and all it can do is absorb a lot, assuming that they don't throw anything that typecasts well against it. And if they do throw something that typecasts well against it, well, then you're boned. There really is no other way to put it. You're screwed. So Sudowoodo's awful, and I'm trying to get him out of the party soon, so hopefully we can replace him with a Mareep, maybe something a bit more interesting as we progress. I'll try to look into getting like some of the dark-type Pokemon, or maybe even a Psychic-type, because Psychic types are always awesome. Even in Silver, where they did fix a bit of the the typecasting exploits with ghost type moves and blah blah. And now they're slightly weaker because you also have dark moves and bug moves that affect them. But come on, it's still a psychic Pokemon. Nothing wrong with that. So, next episode, I'm actually going to do real stuff. Now, I'm going to be getting back on Xbox Live, hopefully sometime soon. I need to actually take my Xbox out of the package. I just unpacked my stuff. And by unpack, I mean I opened up the suitcase and dumped all the crap out of it that was in there. And put a few things away, but for the most part just kind of shoved things to the side and put the suitcases away. So I haven't really unpacked too much, and hence my Xbox is one of them. But I'm going to be on Xbox Live, whether I want to or not, because I was an idiot, and I decided to pay for a year of Xbox Live with my credit card, facepalm. So it automatically renewed it without me being able to cancel it. Now I know you can cancel it, but unfortunately the only way Microsoft allows you to do this is if you actually call tech support, and there was no way I could do that while I was 8,000 miles away in Hong Kong, so it automatically renewed my subscription and took $60 out of my wallet. Thanks, Microsoft. I love you too. Ugh. So, that's what happened now. And that actually turned out to be about... It was. It was well over half of the money that I had to my name. So, I have like $30 to last me for food and gas from now until July. Yeah. So we're going to have to stretch my wallet super thin because Microsoft is awesome and they love taking my money. And they love taking your money too. So if you do happen to pay for Xbox Live with a credit card, make sure you know if you actually plan on auto-renewing it, because if you don't say no, they'll just they'll assume that you know what's good for you, and they'll just, help themselves to a little bit of your money. Because, I mean, that's what Microsoft's made a living off of for the last, 30 years or so, right? A little bit here and there, but it adds up quite quickly. So, that's my tip for the day, because I really didn't have any Pokemon tips to give out in a video where I did everything absolutely wrong. So, there's your tip. Don't ever pay for anything that Microsoft sells you with a credit card, because they love your credit card. So, if you want to play with me on Xbox when I do eventually get on Xbox, send me a friend request. My gamer tag is on the channel description in my page. I'll pretty much add anybody to my friends list. If you want, I'll probably be playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer or zombies. Either way, this is Maximilian, and that's another episode. See you guys later.